Hey everybody, welcome to the Prime Forecast. My name is Bryce.
Chris.
Ross.
Alex.
And you're starting that when I did that.
What?
That's when it starts. The podcast starts when I did
shit.
that. You know what I did. Don't even pretend. Anyway, anyway, we got not a lot of hip hop news to talk about it, so let's just whiz through it because it's not very important. Soulja Boy, remember when he was doing those knockoff consoles that he like rebranded himself and like sold for double the cost,
And then also said,
emulators?
Nintendo will never sue me over this. Are y'all crazy?
Yep. And now he pulled them all from his store. He is no longer selling them due to a potential Nintendo lawsuit.
And the link for his website connects to a Nintendo website now.
Really?
They pretty much
That is awesome.
They pretty much just ceased and desist him, I'm guessing, and then he was like, okay.
Just got
Yup.
fucking decimated.
So that sucks though, because he probably got like $200. Like from people who actually bought it.
and
What's
Best Buy
funny
bought-
is those like
Buy
you can get like generic things that are literally the exact same thing just without him like selling them.
Yeah, you could buy the exact same thing on Amazon for half the price.
It literally is exactly
from
the same.
from like direct from the Chinese company.
The same thing though, like applies to everything across the board. Once you put your name on it, like it's a wrap pretty much. If it's not an original idea, once you put your name on it, it's a wrap.
Yep. I want to know if he actually talked to this company for like a sponsorship or like branding or something, or if he literally just like bought one, liked it. Then he's like, I'm going to sell these myself.
What if the main problem with it was his name is Soulja Boy and it's too close to Game Boy?
Oh, fuck.
That would be, nope, you blew my mind. You blew my mind.
Yes.
Did he call it like the Soulja Boy gear or something? Maybe. I don't know what they were called. It was all trash. So what we wanted to do, because not all of us listen to rap like all the time. A lot of us, one of us does not. That's Ross.
Hey, shut up! I listen to something.
So
Just
we
single
wanted
them out.
to do. Not all of us have listened to every album that was released in 2018.
There's a
Because
shit ton of music in
yeah,
2018.
some of us tried our hardest, but it wasn't hard enough.
Right.
So we're gonna do just our favorite album of 2018 that we listened to, that we enjoyed, and why. So we'll start with Alex.
Sure.
We'll go around the
No.
table.
Don't start with me.
No,
Save
okay.
mine for last.
I mean,
Okay,
It's gonna be.
if whoever's ready, because I'm ready to go.
go.
I'm ready to go.
We'll
You
start
got one
with
in
you.
the chamber, yeah.
Yep,
All right.
36 of them.
So there was an EP out by Tadashi, the Never Fold EP that came out, which is super amazing. Lecrae put out Let the Trap Say Amen. It was him and Zaytoven. That was really great. And then, of course, Everything is Loved by the Carters. Like, I related to that album because they came on some family shit and they bragged different and it was cool. And I was actually able to listen and ingest the album and then see them perform it. I don't think I've ever had that luxury with any other artist that quick back to back. So that was just a really cool moment. And I guess honorable mentions that don't really fall into albums, like Lo-Fi was really huge for me this past summer. And like,
yeah.
I lived to that music. I still do, you know what I mean? So those are my top music moments, I guess you can say.
Did you like Justin Timberlake's album?
Man, I did not like, what is it, Man of the Woods?
That's a family album. It's for his kid.
Justin Timberlake is not high
That's
on
creepy
my
if
priority
it's for
list.
his kid.
No, Wayne Brady made a song about his kid called Ordinary. Something.
For what it's worth, he was the best part of Magna Carta, so I mean.
Oh shit!
Shots
Oh
fired.
shit! Holy
Shots
Grail,
fired.
baby.
I'm just saying it's not his. It's not his.
You watch? Okay, go ahead. It's not as bad as what? My bad.
It's not his best body of work, but
Nah,
agree with
nah.
Yeah.
But the Magna Carta itself, history-wise, is pretty fucking.
Do you think anybody had their best like work this year that you can think of that you listened to?
Whoa.
Meek Mill.
The people from Reach Records.
Yeah.
People from Reach Records definitely had a lot of stuff, and Reach Records doesn't really get a lot.
And I'm not talking about like their first thing either. I mean like
No,
Eminem for like the first time in 5 years, probably or more.
21 Savage.
21. He's getting better. Kodak Black's getting better. I listen to those two now, reluctantly, mostly.
I listened to a lot of shit reluctantly this year. How do you feel? You watched the pull up with Joseph Button and Charlemagne.
Shay the Good.
Yeah, Mr. the God.
Sure.
How did you feel about their take of the Carters wasn't even in their top 5.
So the Carter, I think with Charlemagne, the Carters.
Because that surprised me.
The Carters was in Charlemagne's top 5.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay, because I know they dick ride quite a bit.
Yeah, and it's like,
and I was surprised.
I think with the album coming out, a certain amount of ideals contained within the record, and the fact that like I'm driving and I'm going on a trip and I'm listening to this with my wife, and you know my kids have headphones in the back seat, but with my wife in the car, and it's like, wow, this is really a vibe right now. Like it's a similar feeling that I got with Anderson .Paak with the Malibu album. Like it's just a vibe where I can listen to it start to finish, and I'm like, wow, it's already done. Let's put it on repeat. And I didn't get that with a lot of albums.
They both went. I noticed from that pull up that they both went the Puff Daddy way, which is Victory Lap, Nipsey Hussle as their top. Mm-hmm. And then they filled it with the real albums, and then neglected to mention Eminem, of course, at all, because they're I don't
think that they would have, even if it would have been a non-Diddy rip, I don't think they would have mentioned Eminem.
I mean, to be fair,
I don't think Nipsey Hussle would have been in their top 5.
Nipsey Hussle and the fact that they are up in New York, like we were talking about a little bit earlier, like I think 2018 was a lot of music that came out that appealed to a specific demographic. Like, hey, these are my core people. I am firing off an album or 2 or 3 discs in some people's occasions directly at my core. I don't care who feels it. I don't care.
Yeah,
you know,
I saw a lot of people who put out at least 2 things this year. When I was looking through all the albums that came out, I was like, geez.
I listened to Nipsey Hussle. I listened to Victory Lap and Book of Ryan today, just to try to add them if they were, contesting.
Yep, sure.
And I was like, Victory Lap isn't even close. Like, I thought they would do something like completely different.
Yeah.
But I guess let's not rate what other people rated. Like, who cares about that shit? Whatever.
Yeah.
They're stupid. Don't listen to them. Well, listen to them, but like and subscribe.
Well, they never claimed
first.
to be like actually.
Yeah. And
one was a rapper.
This was their own personal.
One
shit.
was a rapper and talks all about purity, and then he just likes all the shit that's not pure, and likes, ironically, all the shit that is completely under his
wheelhouse, umbrella.
His financial umbrella.
He's not under good. Why would he pick Daytona if he's...
He didn't pick... One of them was Daytona.
I didn't think you
both
had
of
a
them
choice in
picked
picking
Daytona.
Daytona.
But both of them, number 1 was Nipsey Hussle, which is Diddy Brella.
I don't think you could not pick Daytona. That's why, I listened to it and ingested it, and that's... Daytona it goes without saying.
I'm struggling to pick my top 1.
No particular order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I
noticed, they put Victory Lap.
There's a lot of the like albums that you guys say you liked on a lot of the lists I was looking at just to see what there was. A lot of them were like below number 40 for like things you guys were like mentioning, and I was like, geez.
Yeah.
Which stuff?
I don't know, like Eminem. And
that's counting every genre though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, for every genre, but they were like below number 40, and I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, but I bet Tedashi's Never Fold EP or Let the Trap Say Amen is definitely not on there, because it's like...
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
I got into the vibe where it was like... I used to really... And this is not... I don't want to get into too much religion, but it's Christian rap. And it's not in a way where it's like... You understand, like, the cliche Christian rappers. It's rappers that happen to be Christian, so they're talking about overcoming shit, and they're talking about this, that, and the third, and getting nice with the words. And I'm like...
I like POD.
This is really dope. It's really, POD is cool. I actually saw it live.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a vibe for me too this year.
So Ross, what do you got?
Well, I looked through I listened to a few different things. Like I went through a list and I was like, well, I'm gonna check these out because I had some people where I heard one song of theirs and I'm like, well, let's listen to the whole album. Maybe it's good. So I looked at one and I'm like, oh, the song I liked was from 2016. Their new album that came out this year, I didn't like. I listened to the whole thing. I'm like, oh, this isn't good. A different artist, I'm like, well, let's listen to their album. I'm like, oh, it doesn't come out till February, their album. They just have a single on the radio. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, oh. Mm-hmm. So I listened to some albums, and the only one I really liked was MGMT. They had an album.
That surprises me.
Tell us a little bit more. like
You don't know who they are?
I like MGMT.
I can look
a
it
lot.
up quick. Let's get a genre for you.
But Father
Yeah.
John Fisty
They're
had
they're
one out
electric
this
dance
year.
music.
Okay.
Kind of.
I
They're
know,
like
that's what I
gorillas
thought.
without rap features.
Yeah.
So if
that's what
Rick
I
was
thought.
here, he'd say
Yeah, it's-
Father John Misty. Because
Oh God.
I was like, are these the
God.
same people? Because I heard a song
Yep.
that they did a
MGMT.
while ago.
They did-
Indie must have exploded this year because like multiple lists I saw had some band called the 1975 on top, and they're like an indie band I hadn't even heard of.
Well, yeah, because
I think our
I listened to it. And it was
mostly
pretty
what
good. It was pretty
depends
good.
on
though.
who's
Hipsters
making the.
choose.
It depends on who's making the list, though.
yeah, the editors.
It makes-
A
Like,
list
oh my
from-
god, I saw this guy in a coffee house once.
A list
Those
from
are, like, the
Complex is
best
going to be
people.
different than a list from
They're like
Forbes.
British,
you know what
I
I'm
think,
saying?
which is
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, I mean, and now they're bringing other countries into it. Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
Alex, why did you like it? What appealed to you?
It was
in
just
it?
like
I didn't even know you listened to that genre. That's crazy.
it was just.
That's when he's just.
It brought me back to like some of their older stuff that I liked, kind of. But then it like expanded it with like one of the songs was kind of like the music video for it and some of the content. Like he's like looks like Robert Smith from The Cure in the video, like, and he's like all gothed up.
I
and
thought you
stuff.
were watching a video
Yep.
from The Cure when I looked
That
up.
wasn't that was MGMT.
That shit is cool. Damn, that's
yeah,
cool.
I like MGMT. I really do.
Yeah, and it's really cool when you can
Management.
see an evolution
Yeah.
of a body of work or a group of artists that way. That's pretty dope.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Alex, do you want to go last?
Do I want to go last? Sure.
Fuck. Well, my favorite. Well, yeah. Well, then I'm just going. I'm doing it.
Do it,
I'm going kamikaze.
Oh
of
yeah.
course.
I'm just doing it.
So what was I say? Their album was Little Dark Age, is what it was called.
We can,
Yeah.
So-
Well, if I'm going with my favorite that I heard throughout the year, it's really a mix up between Daytona and Kamikaze. But
Yeah, they were pretty
man,
close on a lot of
okay.
lists.
So the thing is Kamikaze was amazing except for Venom, which they tacked on at the end.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's out of place on the album, and you could tell it was for the movie,
Yep.
and it was like a radio song that was tacked onto the album at the end. And I believe they put it at the end because they knew it was out of place.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you're getting
Just leave it
It's
unlisted.
almost, it's
just
almost like a bonus
track.
track, yeah.
well, it's like
it should have been a bonus track
you have
or single.
you have non-creatives stepping into the realm of creatives and saying this is what your album needs to have on it. And I mean that becomes apparent when you listen to the bodies of work and you're like, what the fuck is track 8, track 14 doing on here? And that's, you can definitely
Well, the thing is, Eminem is a huge comic book fan anyway.
Yeah.
So there's no doubt in my mind that he wanted to do it and did do it, but it was just like it seemed out of place on the album. Like
Speaking of
Daytona
Venom-
didn't have anything out of place to me.
When you only got 7 songs, you better hope they're all good ones, right?
You got it. And he said it was cut down a lot. Like a lot was cut out of it, and the beats were changed. And
That's one of the-
Kamikaze was also short.
out of that 7 album rollout, there was like what? There
That was the best one.
There was Daytona, and there was Kids See Ghosts.
Yeah.
Was that in that rollout too?
Yeah.
That came out after Ye.
Yeah.
Yep.
A week
I
after
think that
Ye.
was it. Everybody else got
Tiana Taylor's wasn't bad.
Tiana Taylor's got shit on. She shit on it
Yeah.
herself.
And the album wasn't the worst of the rollout, though.
And then
that
she
that had
re-released
to have
it, I
been
think.
Ye.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of
No,
course.
between Ye and Nas, I don't know.
Well,
It
Nas.
pissed me off with Nas because I heard a great deal of like what people do online now is they take old Nas vocals and put them over like lo-fi or
Yep.
chill
Yep.
hop beats and
Good
like
shit.
I was vibing with that so hard, so I was like, all right, cool, let's give this a shit.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah, I just want to see more of Nas do Nas shit. If he's gonna come out with something else, and I think they said it on a bunch of interviews where Nas was like, wait until you
Nas
hear my
like-
next shit, you know, and it's like you already lost once you're doing
I
that.
think we need to make like an assignment for ourselves where we gotta write like our own, like all together collaborate. We need to write our own rap song and send it to somebody and try to get them to like make it into a real song.
We can do it. I actually am in cahoots with somebody to record a song right now that shall go unnamed.
I mean, like a real artist, just be like, dude, just put it, just do it, just do it.
Just put it on.
We don't even
there,
want money, just do it.
right?
Slap that sucker in there.
Right?
What?
Yeah.
What is
Just
it
put on the
called?
credits for the song, the prime form.
The title of the song says McDoubles and Ass Bubbles. What is this?
That is a good enough album title. I'll be putting that out next
Is
year.
that beer bongs and Bentleys?
Yeah, just as dumb, I guess.
That's great.
But
Bubble butts and crinkle cuts.
bubble butts and crinkle cuts. All right,
I can do
write
that.
it down. That's
Yes.
copyright.
Yes.
That's copyright. That's
Patent
ours.
pending.
Patent pending.
Right.
To finish it off, though, my favorite songs of the year are like Wu-Tang Forever and Lucky You, which is on the Kamikaze.
Yeah.
And Daytona was too short for me. Like,
yeah,
it was
I can
super
see that.
short, but it was super clean, but not as clean as Young Sinatra 4. Like, the production value for that was the best I heard this year. But if I'm going with favorite, I'm just riding with Kamikaze. People saw that coming.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I don't.
Yeah, you
I don't
gotta
care.
be you.
It was a surprise album release, like from one of the greatest rappers of all time that said, "Oh, here you go, I released the album," and then just the hype around it was like, "Who would do this?"
Beyonce
And then-
does that all the time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then Daytona's really good when you tack on the beef to it, and then like Kamikaze gets a little bit of a push when you tack that beef onto it.
The
Like,
story of Addie Don.
The story of Addie Don is in
that
the
song
top
of
5.
the year? Is that top 5 songs of the year?
that's top
Yeah.
5. Yeah, probably. I put it in top 5 beef of all time too. Beef songs for sure.
Yeah. That beef was sad.
It was dirty.
It was not
It was
Like,
just
that's
it was
so
just
bad.
like Drake kind of like was like went up and like tried to smack him and he just pulls the 9 out and just blasts him. You know what I'm saying? Just like
Yep.
it's like that's
It's kind of how you handle it,
Yep.
I guess. That was terrible for him too. Boy. Damn.
He lost a lot of money. Drake did with the shoe rollout. Alleged shoe rollout. I don't think he ever.
isn't he
confirmed
going to a Nike now or something instead
Well,
of
he's-
Adidas? Or are you trying
Yeah,
to?
he's had a few pair of Jordans that came out that were really nice looking, but it's like, I want to see an artist sell a shit ton of shoes. Not, hey, we got a limited release, only 200 pairs. Like, sell me an everyday, everybody has access
Yep.
shoe, and that lets me know if you have design taste. That lets me know if you know what you're doing when you're working with these materials and shit. But
Yeah.
I want a lot of rapper shoes, but they're too expensive. Kung Fu Kenny's, shit like that.
yeah,
Like I really want
the Kung Fu Kenny
Kenny's.
2s.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Alex, so what do you got?
I think Wu-Tang needs to like make their own shoe by hand. Like they make them.
Yeah.
Oh my
Like-
god. They would
like
not fucking do that.
2-pair release.
Method Man would.
They made Wallabies.
Well, there's only one pair, and if it's kind of like
Oh,
their last
God.
album, right?
Right?
Yep.
They'd be Wallabies, I'm telling
Shirley
you.
tries to buy it from prison.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
God damn it. What do you got, Alex? What are you going with? Other than Kids See Ghosts.
Whoa.
Shit.
You can,
Did I fuck it up for you? No, I know. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
Everyone knows Daytona, but my top was going to be Kids See Ghosts just because Kid Cudi.
yeah.
If we talk about what we're looking forward to hopefully happening in 2019, I'm looking for a solo, like a Cudi album.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the one that everyone missed, The Lost Tapes.
The Lost Tapes is good, dude. I didn't miss that.
Just Ghostface Killah. That song that he had, Saigon Velour, with what was it, Snoop and E40 on the track.
Yep.
That, oh man, I'm still playing that.
That's one of my top tracks for the year too.
Oh yeah.
But
I
it's
didn't get
it's
to
hard
see
to
that body of
it's hard to compete with Wu-Tang Forever though. That I love that song. That was
The fact that
out
he
of the
put
blue.
that together and Drake couldn't, like,
That's funny.
crazy.
Did Kids See Ghosts was one of the ones that I didn't listen to. I was going to listen to it today, but I was
I think that you should give it a listen because there's a song with that has Yassine Bey on it. It's
what?
it's pretty.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Listen,
It's-
if you could
How did
name
he get that? I would have listened to it.
a particular vibe for that album where it's the most
That-
ideal to listen to.
Okay, it's number one is Kid Cudi, so it's all about the vibes. Okay, so like he's got that shit like down pat.
Yeah. Yeah.
But your question.
So, like, if you could pair that album, like, for example, with my Low High, I paired it a lot with, like, doing something I need to concentrate on, but also ingesting music. Like, is there a particular vibe that fits that album best?
Well, if you actually break it down, it's really depressing shit. So I don't
So kind of like a chill setting where you can actually hear what's going on.
Was it feature heavy?
It had Push and it had Mos Def, but I don't know if they had I don't think they had a feature on every track. No.
Okay, so not like a bunch of the other ones, like Meek Mill's album. Meek Mill.
Meek Mill is evolving as a human.
Come to the front of the class, Meek Mill.
Right.
Yeah, I do want to listen to Kids See Ghosts. I wish, honestly, I was thinking about listening to Kids See Ghosts over Victory Lap at work today, but people were putting Victory Lap in their one, and I'm like, all right, I'll listen to it. Wasn't worth it, Ross.
It's I'll say it's Kanye's. It's Kanye's best body of work he's put out in the last couple of years. Production wise, I thought it was pretty solid too. Like,
okay.
Do you think it's because?
Is it because
he and Cudi recorded that around stuff that he already did, and a lot of the other stuff was like, "Hey, send me your verses and let me switch your beats up."
This was one of the Wyoming albums. I just don't know, like.
If they all
do you think?
It came out a week after Ye, and I'm still waiting on Yandy to see how that.
Yeah,
where's that? Yandy, but
that ain't coming, dude. That ain't coming.
He's gonna do it on April 1st, 2019.
Oh boy.
I am thinking that the first quarter of the year will be like a Gucci Mane release. Like a Gucci Mane time.
I don't know.
Is T.I. still recording?
Yeah, and then T.I. will release Trap Music Part 2 like right after him, and people will be like,
What's
What's
crazy about that whole dynamic is like you see Gucci and he's arguably in the best position he's ever been in life. Like he cut the weight off. He's actually, shining. He be smiling and shit like that. You wouldn't see Gucci Mane smiling no damn interview back in the day.
Oh God! When you got those grills like that, you can only smile.
What's he got his ice whites on, like no grill, smiling.
He looks like
happy.
He looks like a Titan on Attack on Titan.
Well, you know how they say, like your mom would always say, like if you make that face for too long, it'll stay that way.
Yeah. It's just that creepy ass fucking smile with those girls. It just reminds me of Attack on Titan every time I see him.
That shit is funny.
Glad I didn't watch Attack on Titan.
I'm probably gonna.
It's overhyped.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna have to upgrade my grills in 2019.
Oh shit! You gotta
compete
with Gucci Mane.
Yeah.
Once you cook on them too long, you gotta get a new grill.
You gotta scrape them with the brush.
So, what was your biggest disappointments then for 2018 for what you listened to?
Disappointments.
Kanye.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't even have to explain that one. Like Kanye,
it's like the streak was broken.
Jesus.
Like up till now, like the albums were at least something, but this one,
no.
I can count on maybe a finger if I'm lucky, like the good tracks that I can like actually play from that album.
Scoopity poop.
Fuck.
That was, I think,
I hated that.
I like that better than anything on the.
I understand what that moment meant, but the fact that was a thing kind of pissed me off. Like,
yeah.
And I think that's what the point of it was, but I just did not enjoy it like that. You know what I mean? Like, that was crazy. What else was disappointing?
I had some disappointments.
Like what?
Oh, well, Red Sun Rising, they had a new album, and it was like, everyone said it was better than their first one. I don't agree. I thought it was bad.
I think people confuse newer and better. Like,
they're
great.
They've made their sound is like more like developed and all this stuff like that. And I listen to the songs like, but none of these songs are like good.
Mm. That's literally like every single current rapper out. Like they keep getting everything they release. It's more. They're hyped more than ever.
Yeah.
When it's all the same, some of it's even trash, but it's like Meek Mill, like album. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then he releases Championships, which was all features. And
but the themes of the albums, from what I'm hearing, and
what's free.
Yeah,
those are the themes you're hearing.
Yeah, and it's like the themes that he's actually carrying himself on and going where he could be doing promo, but he's shouting out prison reform and trying to figure shit out.
He's riding the wave. He got that publicity wave. He's riding it, and he made an album around it to ride the publicity wave.
How many people went to jail that didn't, though? You know what I mean? Like,
that's true.
He's actually
so is he now classified as woke rap? Is that?
Ooh, shit. I don't.
His album would be that album. And just like
would you put him on tilt with Common though? Like when I hear woke rap, I hear Common, I hear Talib Kweli, I hear the Mighty Mos, Yasin Bey. No, like I don't really think of woke rap as okay. Hov said some shit that's really insightful, or like I don't know. It's not in that same vein to me.
Mm-hmm. So there are people who are like straight up just like they're just woke rap,
just conscious. Okay. Like this is all that we're talking about.
So is it seen as a positive or negative if like someone who normally doesn't like releases like woke rap?
To me personally, I think that no matter where you are on the rap spectrum, like you can have a woke piece, but don't call yourself a woke rapper. Because that puts you in a lens that you're not going to be able to compete in.
Especially in most recent times, everybody's trying to do like conscious rap.
I suppose.
Like, which is not a bad thing. I don't want to be missed.
That's what I was kind of asking.
Yeah.
Would you put Chance the Rapper kind of as a woke rapper then?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I will put Chance in the regular rap realm, but he is an activist though. Like he does woke shit. Like, hey, we're gonna throw together a back to school thing. Hey, we're gonna throw together this awareness.
He does
thing.
Real life woke stuff.
Yeah, like he lives that.
He just saved someone from a burning car or some shit.
Yeah, I saw that shit online. That was crazy.
Someone took a picture of him like running towards a burning car, and he pulled the guy out or something.
Wow, crazy.
My biggest disappointment is pretty much most of the shit I listened to. 2018 this year.
There's a lot of shit.
2018 last year, my guy.
Yeah,
whatever. I'm all fucked up because I listened to that Tekashi album. I listened to
which one?
21 Savage.
That was at a viewer's request, and kudos for you doing that because you tortured yourself for whoever. I
listened to King Cruel and XXX Tentacion, but I didn't listen to full albums of theirs. Yeah, but it was like I listened to the albums that like are peaking #1 and got multiple #1 tracks, and it's like. There's a lot of fucking stupid rap listeners out there. That's all I got for 2018. With Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Well, they weren't stupid enough to like make the Migos feel like solo careers are going to be warranted, right?
Oh my goodness.
That too.
Decision. So did anybody?
But that's how you're successful as a group. That's how Wu-Tang survived all these years.
Well, you have to look at Wu-Tang
solo careers.
Well, yeah, Wu-Tang. They actually had some successful soloists.
Yeah, Lazy Bone. Or not Lazy Bone, just Bone Thugs in general, no solo careers. Like, they just petered out as a group. They didn't branch off to become successful on their own right and get the money when they come back together. They just petered out, and that's...
I get it, but, like, if you're going to do that group shit, do that group shit. If you're going to do that solo shit, do that solo shit. And I respect people that either stay as a group or stay solo. And, like, of course, I respect projects like, Child Rebel Soldier that never came out where it was Lupe and Pharrell. I respect Kids See Ghosts. I respect those kind of things. But it's like, I kind of like people to pick a lane now, And, like, I understand that one Migos album is cool, but I might not like a Takeoff album. I might not like an Offset album. I might not like all of that shit. And that kind of cheapens the group effort.
Is that oversaturation? Do you think where you're sick of it?
Certainly.
And you're like, fucking knock it off.
The same producers, the same style.
Isn't it ironic that of the three Migos, the least relevant one had the best solo album?
Yeah, that was kind of...
Collabs and features, heavy in 2018. It was all about who could slap Kanye on a feature where he doesn't fit, Nicki Minaj on a feature where he doesn't fit. How many Quavos can you fucking feature in 1 year?
Yeah.
Fucking, Chance, he was featured a lot.
Chano needs to be featured, though.
Who else? 21 Savage, feature a lot. And then...
21 Savage is good, too.
And then they all get their solo albums, their own albums off. It's like...
Yeah, but you gotta think, how much was Snoop doing that back in the day? How much was Nate Dogg doing that?
Features and collabs?
Yeah.
Well, that's how you made it big back in the day. It was like grouping up. But now it's like with the oversaturation, like in hip hop, it's like...
Yeah. It's back then you had like...
It's gonna water it down eventually. Like, Drake and Travis Scott. It's like, okay, you did it. You did Sicko Mode. Next time... I'm not gonna care.
Yeah.
You did it once.
True.
Sicko Mode, what is it gonna be like? What's after Sicko Mode, Ross?
Do y'all like that song? No. I don't like that song.
People were hyping that up so hard.
I'm not a big Travis Scott or Drake guy, so
it's good. It's good, but it's like nothing you're gonna go back to. It is your club banger. It's not something you're gonna put in the rotation. Maybe gym. That's gonna be in your gym playlist for a while, and then eventually you're just gonna go back to T.I. Like
and then listening to Lifehouse covers, right?
Oh shit!
Oh God! All right, so. Did anybody see the DJ Who Kid? This popped up again. This was an interview that he did like a while ago. He talked about Eminem shooting up his hotel room while touring with G Unit.
Jeez.
So he was just like, he told this story. This was a while ago when they were touring with G Unit, so this would be early 2000s or whatever. And DJ Who Kid said they were in Japan. And they were staying in a hotel. I guess I'm just gonna brush over this. But they got groupies over to fuck. Mm-hmm. So they're just sitting there in the hotel room. They did their shit and they're going to sleep tonight. Some dude, one of the chicks was like sleeping on a couch, I guess, or something that was facing the door. Mm-hmm. Someone burst through the door in a ninja mask and started shooting the curtains behind her and ran away. And she could, she freaked the fuck out. And DJ Who Kid's like, what the fuck just happened? Like, what the fuck is this? And then he's like, he looked at the curtains and there were holes through them. Like, someone did shoot the curtains or whatever. And then, like, they were talking about it the next day. The cops were involved in everything. Like, there was, like, a small investigation with the cops and stuff. And Eminem was apparently, like, across from them or down the hall, and they told him, and like what happened. He's like, oh, man, really? And then he found out later that it was him. He did it.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Eminem let them call the cops, go through the whole thing. He told them, and he faked surprise. He's like, oh, shit, really, dude? Like, that happened? And he was, like, down the hall or something, DJ Who Kid said, and he's like, that he found out later that it was fucking Eminem. I'm assuming high as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Wearing a ninja mask, bursts into his room. A dude, they did not, like, they weren't friends. Like, they didn't really know each other. This was, like, a business thing. Comes in and starts shooting his fucking curtains and then runs away. And people are thinking, because it was a very quiet gun, people are thinking it was just one of the airsoft ones, which in Japan, they're very realistic looking in metal. Their airsoft guns are not like ours because we shoot schools up.
They make holes in curtains, airsoft guns?
Yeah. If you put the pressure.
When's the last time you've messed with those?
2010. Maybe.
It's been a while. It's been nine years.
Oh yeah. That AK, right?
The auto AK.
Oh shit!
Airsoft gun. Yep. Stop it.
Oh god, let's not tell that story.
I guess it did break an LCD screen, so I guess it must.
But what do you guys think about that? Isn't that fucking wild? There's nothing else in the interview that I really cared about. They became friends after that, of course.
Yeah, I don't think you really have a choice. Like, someone blasts through your door, starts shooting shit up.
Lets the cops get involved in everything and just plays it off like nothing happened. Like, oh shit.
That's crazy.
Do you guys want to talk about the Nick Cannon interview that was last week? About the Gucci Mane Eminem thing? No? Me neither. Okay. Because I'll just rant about it for some reason.
I'm not a huge Nick Cannon fan.
Okay, well I'll say what happened and we'll talk about it.
People were talking about his hairdo or something like that.
Yeah, him and Usher, they got the shooby-doo
is this something that you gotta Google, like Sammy Sosa hat or something? Like
when Nick Cannon and Eminem were beefing or whatever, Gucci Mane offered to handle Eminem for him. And he said this, he admitted this in an interview Nick Cannon did.
Nick Cannon did or Gucci did?
Nick Cannon did.
First of all, Gucci ain't fucking with no sucker ass Nick Cannon.
No, apparently they're buddies, I guess.
Second of all,
Gucci Mane said Gucci Mane offered.
That's what you can't be. You can't say nothing about the shooters, man. Like, and if you got the money, you don't got the gun. So like,
So why would you fuck with someone that in the middle of the night bursts into your hotel room in a ninja mask and starts shooting your fucking curtains with an airsoft gun.
He said a lot of crazy shit in his records too. He's like talking about, I burn your fucking house down, circle around and hit the hydrant so you can't put the furniture out and shit. Like, he's crazy and he does shit. I think he does manic shit, but like,
to me, it's
I can't. Could you picture this Gucci Mane hanging out with Nick Cannon?
Yeah, I think Nick Cannon really is like wild, but he just has a part to play.
He's looked like he was like 15 since.
I think he's
forever,
wild. I
too,
think he's
like-
on the clubs. He's drinking. He's fucking like just like everybody else.
He has an amazing hit list. Like the ladies that he
Yeah,
spends his
I think
time with,
he's
like,
wild,
It's an amazing hit list.
He's
but-
got a show called Wildin' It Out, man.
Yeah, but Gucci ain't with that. Like Gucci is not.
Who
with
knows
that
who
shit.
Gucci's with, dude? Like,
Oh, I know.
yeah, I know. But
Gucci ain't with
okay,
that
so this was a DJ Vlad interview, and Nick Cannon's like trying to say like, yeah, and Eminem like. He said Eminem was like everybody's top 5. Like he said that shit. He gave him credit, and then he's like, Nick Cannon was like, yeah, but you don't think as Eminem as someone who would like be part of the scuffle or whatever. He wouldn't be about that or whatever. And DJ Vlad told a story about Eminem like used to. Like, people would talk shit in the crowds at concerts, and Eminem would just jump in the crowd and start fucking fighting them. And I'm like, everything that I've heard about Eminem suggests that he is not a stable person.
Yeah, no.
Like, holy
he's,
shit.
He's wildly funny because, like, even watching his sidebar shit, like, where he's doing some sneaker shopping shit with Complex or whatever, like, you can tell, like, he is a funny dude, you know? So, like, I wouldn't put it past him, but...
To me, it seemed like Gucci Mane handle, like, people think, oh, I'm going to go shoot him. He's not doing that. Mm-hmm. To me, it sounded like he was just like, you know, it's just like a friendly, yo, I got your back. Gucci Mane even was on the remix to Mariah Carey's Eminem diss or some shit, where Gucci Mane apparently hates Eminem. And he dissed him on the Mariah Carey remix where he disses Eminem. Eminem probably has no fucking idea that this happened. By the way.
I wouldn't know that.
I think...
Nor would he care.
I think that plus, like, it's a lot of hype surrounding that ever since he went on that morning show and he was talking about, like, oh, do you think Eminem's the king of rap? And he was like, nah. You know, in more words than just nah. You
And
know
then he
what I mean?
probably said he was the king of rap.
Of course.
Because they all do.
Yeah.
That's not beef, people.
If
it's
you're
not
right,
beef.
like, that's that fake shit. Like, if you don't like your own brand, how the fuck is everybody else supposed to like it?
Everybody who said... Okay, notice how the actual rap kings aren't saying they're kings. It's everybody else that are saying they're the best rapper alive.
And I don't
but
think
the ones who are, you know, mostly in everybody's top 10s, they don't say it at all. Because Alison Krauss made that song, you say it best when you say nothing at all.
Oh, God, here we go. I was going to say, what are you talking about? Kid Rock used to say his name all the time in his songs, and he was the best back then.
So did Pitbull.
Shit. Is Pitbull in your top 10?
He said, "Die,
Dolly." You're not dollying? Alex?
DJ
You're not
Khaled.
dollying?
You're not going down yelling
You're not
timber?
dollying?
I've
think
never
it
heard a
means
Pitbull.
go.
I've never heard a full Pitbull song in my life. So.
Really? You haven't been drunk
Listen
enough.
to
No.
Lil Jon and them Eastside Boys, Kings of Crunk. He has a track on there that will blow your mind, and then listen to the Mickey Mouse bullshit that he's doing right now versus that song.
I want to listen to that.
It'll blow your
Because
mind.
Pitbull apparently is like, you know, you probably don't want to mess with him.
He did not start off where he is right now.
Yeah,
I
he
just
seems
let
like the
him
dude
know
who would throw down.
that. Like,
Okay, what were we talking about? DJ,
You got
the
sidetracked.
DJ Who Kid thing.
Yeah, we did.
That's pretty much all I got for hip hop. So, does anybody have any video game shit that's been going on? It's been pretty tame, but we got a lot of movies to talk about.
Yeah.
There will be spoilers because I'm doing it.
There will be blood.
Because there will be blood. I will take your milkshake. After all the boys have already came to the yard.
All your base are belong to us.
So, okay, so let's do it. Let's go to movies. Ross, what do you got to talk about?
Oh, shit, don't do that right
He's
now.
like, ooh,
Okay.
my fuck, ooh.
You want to bring up the Vanilla Ice biopic?
Oh, I saw
thing?
something about Danny DeVito is going to be in Jumanji 2, apparently.
What the fuck is Danny DeVito doing?
I think that's what I just saw on here.
That's
Like, it just
awesome.
Hey,
popped
I'm
up.
sorry, but Danny DeVito needed to be Pikachu in the detective movie.
Man, that shit would have been,
That would've been
big
nuts.
as fuck.
He would have just been in like a Pikachu costume, like
Smoking a cigar and shit.
drinking and shit. That would have been great. Do
Just
you want
like-
to talk about the Vanilla Ice thing, Ross?
That was Alex's thing,
Just
man.
like
Was it?
yeah.
Oh, Alex, do you want to talk about the Vanilla Ice thing?
What
They have the same
What
last
Dave
name.
Franco gonna be starring in a Vanilla Ice biopic?
How do
He
we
can
feel?
pull it off. He can
How do
pull
we
it off.
feel about Dave Franco?
Franco's pretty.
I don't.
He's
He has to be
I'm
one
not-
of the coolest
he's
people.
not his brother, but he's
Right.
still pretty solid. Like,
Yeah. Like
He's more chill than his brother. That's the
Yeah.
Yeah.
No shit.
His
Seems
brother
like,
ain't
seems
got no
like a
chill.
more like real person, like
Yeah.
real,
Yeah.
like
Down to
that's
earth.
fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't.
I got that vibe.
He
from
was
him
great
since
in
Teen.
the
It's-
Disaster Artist.
It's like you see Dave Franco and then you see James Franco and you're like, who raised you? Like, which do you guys? Are they like adopted brothers or something? Do they got different parents or some shit?
They got
They-
similar
they-
facial
yeah, they-
things.
they
going
Was
look
on.
Dave
similar,
Franco raised in the summer home?
Obviously, the younger one raised the older one. That's just how.
Yeah, he's all
Oh,
cool
Dave
and
fucked up
slick.
then.
Like,
Dave fucked up.
that has to be one of the coolest people.
Are you? Would you watch it? The Vanilla Ice. What is
Yeah,
it? A
for
biopic?
sure.
I would.
Or biopic?
Shit, I
Biopic.
would.
Biopic?
Yeah.
I would watch it.
Dude,
Just because
What kind of content would be in there though?
Nothing. Complete garbage. But it'll be funny.
Him getting sued.
Like
He
him
is,
floating Def Jam money so that they can stay open or whatever.
he does have I think he has a Suge Knight story where Suge Knight tried to kill him maybe?
who hasn't Suge Knight?
Yeah, that's true. Vanilla Ice used to
right now.
did he open for Tupac? No, he used to tour with like Tupac and shit, I think.
That's
possible.
possible.
I'm not
Like the
doing
dude
that.
was extremely popular in the 90s.
Yeah.
Vanilla Ice, despite what you may think, actually had a career.
Had.
And he was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
He Paul
Couldn't get it out.
Right?
Couldn't get it out.
Paul Blart
TMNT 2, Secret of the Ooze. With Toka and
Secret
Razor.
of the motherfucking ooh.
Yep.
I was watching that shit the other day, man.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go! Go Ninja, go
the dances,
Ninja,
the
go!
90 dances and shit.
Yep, with the hair
Yeah.
in the suit without the tie. Oh yeah, dude.
Yo.
That was my jam when I was a kid,
Man.
dude. Just sitting in the living room. Go Ninja, go Ninja.
We were all there in the tantarans, like, yeah. Like, that's great.
Sitting with the VHS in front of the huge like cabinet TV thing
yeah.
where the TV's attached to the cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking in the trailer house. Go Ninja, go. Okay, so
Shit was great.
I will see it, but I will not look forward to it.
I'll see what the trailer looks like.
I bet you it's
Right.
going to be dirty. It's going to be like about all the bad shit that he did probably. He probably did bad shit.
That's
He
not
was
so bad.
wilding out like Nick Cannon is now.
He was probably,
That's not
he was probably just kind of.
So is it going to
buzzed
show him all
old.
the way up till now where he's with the Amish building houses and shit?
Is that a thing?
Is he with Amish people now?
I think he like
I'm
did. I
Googling
swear he
this.
did one where he built houses with Amish people or something.
Yeah.
He had that. He had that
Yeah.
remodeling show where he
he
did
still.
backyards.
I think he still does that shit.
That's a pretty good show.
yeah.
Like, if you have nothing else to do,
Could have
it's a
sworn he
good
did
show.
one with the Amish though.
That's ridiculous. Maybe it was just a
raising?
special. Yeah, a special barn raising.
So, like, he did that boxing thing where he was boxing Willis.
Yep.
Really?
Too for a while, yeah, or some shit like celebrity boxing match or some shit.
Didn't he kick his ass? Or?
Wasn't he in
I think you
like?
guys asked.
He's been in reality shows
could be.
too, like celebrity shit where they all stay in the house.
Yeah.
And they're all washed up.
Who?
That's sad.
Yeah, Vanilla Ice Goes Amish. It was a TV series.
Yo.
That it's probably just a branch of his regular TV show.
They had at least 2 seasons of it.
That's stupid. All that's wrong. It was probably on Discovery Channel too. Want kids want to get educated?
Oh,
Here's a '90s rapper that's for some reason building houses. You know what? His residuals though has got to be nuts.
If he owns the Masters.
Fuck. Do you need to own the Masters to get the residuals? Joe Budden doesn't own the Masters, does he? For Pump It Up. Why would he own the Masters for Pump It Up?
Because
There's no
that's
way.
the only song that he has. If you have to concentrate on one song, not
but
even one body.
He
of
was
work.
just he was like it was early in his career. Like you don't get to keep your shit. when you're early in your career,
depends
especially
on-
back in the day.
It depends on who you're signed to, and if there's not smart. You got to think: was that pre 360 deal or post 360?
You gotta be smart. You gotta write it in your contract where, like, once it hits over so much money, then it becomes your property.
Yeah.
Right? No shit. Like,
What's crazy is I
Once the
visited
song breaks
Paisley
even,
Park,
you
and
own it.
Prince was gunning for a lot of his stuff to like get the masters to. Like, if you don't,
Prince
what do you
was
say?
gunning for who?
Like a lot of the people that own his old masters, like I think it was Warner Brothers and all that shit. Like every time that they'd play or do a song, like he wasn't seeing anything from it, and you gotta think like that's a creative genius. You know what I mean?
You get to-
Nobody's
yeah.
arguing.
Didn't they release
Warner
Prince-
Brothers gets to
Prince
slap
stuff
it in
this
movies.
like in 2018? Because I swear I saw it on the list of like albums.
I think his estate is doing.
Yeah,
stuff
the estate
now.
will get the money
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
It will go
But
to
it's
his
like-
estate to run the. I mean, he's his house is a museum now or whatever in our beautiful state. So our state's mediocre.
I've been there twice, and it's crazy.
Paisley Park, is that what it's called?
Yeah. You kind of feel they kind of. I'm not gonna give too much away because I'm pretty sure they'll be gunning for us. But
Isn't it on Lake Minnetonka?
uh-uh.
No, yeah, that's right.
It's in-
I had a friend that lived right like next to, or no, near Paisley Park.
Yeah.
I had a friend who lived near Lake Calhoun, but we don't talk about that.
She was wealthy, so you can imagine why she lived near Paisley Park.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I didn't think Pump It Up. I don't think he would own his masters.
yeah, that's the only way you get residuals is owning your masters. I
Maybe
believe.
they.
Tell us in the comments.
Vanilla Ice probably doesn't own his masters then.
I can Google it.
Probably sold
Keep
them for
talking.
Coke.
Okay, keep talking.
I got this bag.
All right, so let's go to Surviving R. Kelly documentary where they talk about a serial rapist, pedophile guy who is still very successful. Jay-Z, Erykah Badu, and Questlove refused to be interviewed for the upcoming Surviving R. Kelly documentary.
Okay.
Do we think less of these people because they did this?
No.
Me neither, because I don't really... I care, but I don't.
I care, and I think that
Care in the sense that it's bad.
I'm gonna go as far as saying like, not only do I believe, and I understand that I'm gonna stick behind the same shit that I was saying about Kodak Black, you know, innocent until proven guilty, and you have to let the due process of XYZ, whatever. But I will say, if he was found guilty of any of this shit, I think that every single person that sat there and watched him do this shit should be locked up to his accessories. I understand that's not how it works. But, like, you can't be like, come on, man, Aaliyah was mad young. You got mad young girls. Like, you carry yourself foul. And I've been off R. Kelly for a while. So that's the end of my rant.
Think about this. You know how many parties he's been to with famous people where they're all just drinking, doing drugs? He's probably got these young girls with him, or a young girl, Leah. Like, people witness these things. Like, celebrities witness these things. And there are definitely people in the rap game and in R&B, they probably would have witnessed these things. Some of them spoke up about it. Some of them are just staying out of it. But
it's like brazen and open. And when the truth started to hurt for R. Kelly, he's like, I'm going to sue you guys.
I saw him.
Fuck off.
Someone
Like-
defended him on Reddit the other day. And I'm like, yeah, there's people that exist that are like, they were doing the whole like due process,
Wait,
like
what?
innocent until proven guilty, like that shit.
Those are called libertarians.
And then
What's crazy is
but then
like,
someone's like, he married a 14-year-old or whatever. Like,
yeah. Like, how was that not proof
But his
enough to do
parents-
something back then?
it was legal. The parents
Like,
allowed it. Like,
They had somebody on the special come out and say outright that they forged the documents to say
Holy.
that Aaliyah was
parents
18
agreed.
to do the secret marriage and shit like that. And the parents was like, oh, I seen it. You're a piece of trash, man. Like, that shit kind of got me fired up because
I thought the parents agreed to it, like allowed it, because that's the only way they could
like
get married. I have no fucking idea.
It was a lot of secrecy, and the shit gets me charged up because I have kids, and if my kids were ever in similar situations, like I would not be a free man today. You know what I mean? Like,
lawyer up, dude.
I couldn't.
Apparently Vanilla Ice signed over the rights to Ice Ice Baby to Suge Knight or something like that.
Oh,
That's what it
never
was.
seen
He
no
forced.
more.
He threatened to kill him unless he signed it over
Yep.
to him.
And apparently Suge Knight doesn't laugh at that telling of the story, but that's probably is what happened in my opinion.
Yeah. Vanilla Ice. That's what it was. He did an interview where Suge Knight, like, he signed it over because he thought that Suge Knight was gonna kill him if he didn't.
Yep.
And he was going to, of course.
Of course.
I think he
Suge Knight
he
is
pushed
a
him
killer.
onto a balcony or whatever and held him not like movie but probably
He
had
said
him up
Suge Knight
against
had
it.
6 football player sized bodyguards and they roughed up his bodyguard and then took him out to a balcony and pretty much threatened he was gonna throw him off the balcony unless he signed it over.
Bodyguard chest or whatever. You just quarter off a tennis court. Put
6
the grip lines
bodyguards.
on
Yeah,
it,
when
right?
you're walking around with 6 kings or some shit.
I'm just saying, how
this
can
ain't
you
fair.
start carrying, man.
That's amazing.
He should have upgraded his bishop, dude.
To armed security.
At least to
you know
a
what I mean?
rook. Whoop, whoop. Damn,
Make
dude.
the moves. But yeah, back on this R. Kelly shit. Gets me charged up. I understand the whole due process of law, and I can't be just slandering the fuck out of people. But if this
I'll
shit
vote
is
for it.
documented, get this guy the fuck up out of here.
I don't know. John Legend was in the movie, and I think I'd trust John Legend if he has an opinion on something. I don't know.
He wrote a
straight
love
up-
song
yeah.
about his dogs.
He straight tweeted.
I'd trust him.
He's a lovable guy. You know, he straight tweeted people are thanking me for being on this, and I just think that basically R. Kelly's a piece of garbage. Of course I would do this.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I mean,
that's
even
really
R.
cool.
Kelly's brother, relatives are coming out on this documentary too, or his brother already has for years, I think.
It's a multiple part thing. How is this not part of a criminal case? Lock this guy up.
Where are you?
Suge Knight,
53
R.
minutes?
Kelly.
Holy fuck.
Lock these guys up.
All right, boys. R. Kelly, fuck R. Kelly. Everybody knows that. Everybody agree with that. Jordan Peele movie trailer.
I didn't watch it.
You talking about
Us.
No.
I
I was talking about Toy Story 4.
No,
The fuck
Key and
no.
Peele. They was in there, boy.
You
Nah.
guys didn't see that trailer?
I've seen the trailer.
I did.
It looks
looks
good.
amazing.
It looks
Yes.
super
It
good.
looks like the follow-up to Get Out, where the white family went into the black family, but now the black family's coming for him. You know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I thought they said it wasn't related though. I thought, but maybe I'm wrong.
What's
No, it's
crazy is
it seems like it's a standalone.
Okay.
But it's gonna have the same vibes, creepy
Yeah.
vibe. The Loonies, I got 5 on it, where they creeped it
The
out. and
kid's
slowed it down.
what's I got 5 on it mean? It's it's about
Yeah. And then she's keep the rhythm, and then she's snapping out of rhythm with the song, and people are like, oh
Hypnotism.
shit, are they really them?
Oh,
hypnotism.
shit.
That looks so good.
Yeah.
What is it
I'm not
called?
even-
Is it called Us?
Yeah.
I think it's called Us. Yeah. Watch that trailer. It looks really good.
It does.
thought you were talking
He is
Candyman or something.
He's a sick person.
He needs to make that tune. I think he is, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be great.
He's a sick person. That's why these movies work out for him, because Jordan Peele is
Dude,
sick.
we need
Deep
to
down,
do that because
he's
he's looking for movie ideas where you can
Give him movie
give
ideas.
him movie ideas.
Oh.
We need to
We're gonna do another
come up with a
Gremlins.
movie idea
Yeah.
and give it to him, and we'll see if he makes it.
We're gonna do another
Level that shit
Gremlins,
out.
dude. We're gonna have him do another
shit.
Gremlins.
Another Gremlin.
Did you see that short with
Yep,
him?
yep.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy.
Because
So
it's
I
in the
love
movie.
it. It's in it.
Yep.
We're gonna do. What about a Gremlin that's made out of that's lightning? It's in there. It's fucking great. So Bandersnatch on Netflix, Bird Box on Netflix. Which ones did you all see?
Neither.
Neither.
The fuck are you doing with your lives?
Well, number one, since
I
things
asked.
since a
asked
lot of
nicely.
the Netflix stuff gets overhyped and then it's not very good, I just opted out.
Opted out of what are we talking about here? I looked down.
Bird Box and Bandersnatch on Netflix.
I didn't see Bandersnatch. Bird Box, yes.
Bandersnatch, I didn't like. I'm a
Bandersnatch-
huge fan
doesn't
of
it
Black
have
Mirror.
doesn't it have a billion endings or a billion?
No.
Yeah, you have to. Isn't that? Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a choose your own adventure.
They
but
said
it's
that
not
they
man.
said that to do all the freaking endings would take forever, all the different paths you can take.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I said it would take a long time.
Oh,
No one will probably do it. They pretty much said.
it would.
I don't know.
You
I don't know
get
if there's
an
a million
achievement.
endings, but there's a million different ways you can go through it.
You don't get
Yeah.
an Xbox achievement if you do all the.
I was
endings,
I
yeah.
was going through a bunch of them, and then I just got bored.
Yeah.
Because the movie, I love Black Mirror. Movie is not that good to me, appealing at all. Like concept, choose your own adventure. That's been around for a while. It's good concept. I like it. The idea on Netflix, but the story for Bandersnatch just wasn't good. Like
What'd you
it's
think
really.
about-
Oh, we're doing spoilers. Let's do spoilers. You guys are never gonna watch it, right?
It'll be like Stranger Things where it's overhyped. I'm
Okay,
not
we
gonna
said
bother.
spoilers.
Stranger
I don't
Things
know.
is good though.
We said spoilers.
Mhm.
I don't have to do anything. Good. We're good.
Stranger
Spoilers.
Things is good.
Until the end of the podcast, so you can stop right here, like and subscribe if you don't want spoilers. Let's do this quickly though. But Bandersnatch, it's a kid with mental issues who needs to make a Atari video game for a company, and the entire movie is just him
weird.
like just stressing out trying to make this game, and that's it.
Okay.
One of the paths, he kills his dad and then releases the game. That's it.
Okay.
Like, that's the most exciting path I got.
What was that other movie with some kid that was like, it was like a Superman like movie, but the kid was like Superman, but like if he went bad or whatever.
I'm not sure on that, but it was a choose-your-own venture based off a book where a guy goes psychotic and cuts off his wife's head or whatever, and then he goes psychotic, cuts off his dad's head or whatever.
Wow.
But he was choosing this, he was making this game, which was a choose-your-own adventure game, but then he realized there was too many paths, so what he did was he gave the illusion of choice, but he really chose the ending. In the Netflix Choose Your Own Adventure, if you pick the wrong one, it rewinds back to that scene where you can't go forward until you pick the other option. So it's the illusion of choice, but they fuck you through it anyway. It is interesting. If you want to try it, it is interesting. But if you like Black Mirror, this will not be great like Black Mirror. Like, there's a point where he's looking at the screen and he thinks he's being controlled by something else, and he's like, give me a sign, who the fuck are you? And then you can literally say and then you could click Netflix, and he's like, what's Netflix? And he's like, it's a streaming thing from the 21st century. I don't know what you mean.
Oh yeah, what the fuck is the internet?
Yeah, and it's
the
like,
internet is a place where people
and it seemed masturbatory in that regard. It was dumb. Okay, Bird Box, who saw it?
Like I said,
did you get to see it, Chris? Did you like it?
There was a lot of elements in it that were like the mist that has been out already.
In The Happening.
And The Happening.
If people hype it up.
Yeah. It's exactly like The Happening, except for Bird Box was based on a book from the 90s. Mm-hmm. So it may have been one of the first that did this sort of thing.
So I read the synopsis.
I thought Bird Box's movie was from like the 2009 or something like that. The book.
2009?
Yeah, it was like pretty.
Oh, I thought Bird Box was from the 90s.
Because originally the guy like wrote the draft of it, but then like he literally like finished the draft of it when like The Happening and stuff was coming out in theaters, and he was like, oh,
and he just stopped.
He was like, this is too similar. I'm gonna hold on to this, so then he held on to it.
Well, so it's like reading the synopsis, like it looks like they kind of branched off from the book because the book had a little bit of a darker ending. A lot of the people were saying where it had people like purposely blinding themselves at the institute.
That's what I wanted to happen at the end.
Like people actually.
That was my like. Do you guys care if we spoil
what happened at the end of the actual movie?
What you could expect.
What happened at the end of the book? Did you
in
read
the
the
book?
You could guess what
was
is
the
happening.
book where which one had where it was a school for blind people?
The book.
That's the book
movie.
and the movie. Oh.
Yeah.
I swore I didn't say the same thing in one of the things I read, but okay.
Yeah.
Is a 2014 post-apocalyptic novel.
Yeah, he held it till that far long to release
well,
it.
and who fucking knows if The Happening was first or not? M. Night Shyamalan, he's the
thing
best.
I read said that he
Oh my God.
finished his draft and then that's like that and something else.
It's similar. It's good. The acting's good. It's not what they're hyping it up to be, but it's worth the watch for sure.
A lot of people think, is anything hype good? And sometimes it genuinely is, but I don't.
Well, you got Sandra Bullock in it, John Malkovich, both of them
she
great
is still
actors.
looking amazing.
Yeah,
after all
absolutely.
these years.
Like the acting in it, despite MGK being in it, it was pretty good.
MGK is that dude, man.
Dude, on Reddit they were like, what happened to MGK and that girl when they left the house? And I'm like, he heard Kill Shot and ghosted, just like his career.
Oh boy, holy shit.
He was filming the movie, he heard Kill Shot, so they just filmed him leaving the fucking house.
He saw a fucking weird beard.
Yeah, but the thing is in the book they don't reveal the monster or whatever it is. In the movie they don't reveal the monster, but they did the stupid cop out thing where the guy, you know, the guy in the beginning in the house, he's like, I'm writing a post-apocalyptic novel. I've researched all this stuff. There are demons that do this in mythology. They've been all over the place. And I'm like, that's your cop out? Like, that's what they are. Like, he literally just explained everything to what they are, so all the mystery is gone. Because they do that in horror movies. Like,
is this really
like
a
zombie
movie though?
No, it's more of like a thriller. But it's got horror elements.
I finally found it. It's called Brightburn.
What the?
Brightburn?
Yeah, that movie where it's literally like kid like lands on like our planet. The parents like raise him, but then he like ends up like having like issues.
Becoming communist.
Well, it's just
You're talking about Chronicle, where the kid's like Superman, but he's like he needs to steal money to pay for his.
let's just
mother's
say like
treatment.
bad shit starts to happen, and he like
That's a
it's
good
like he
movie.
turns evil. I think pretty much, but
That's pretty cool. Like the Superman turning evil. I like that. I like that comic book arc.
takes a hard left turn from Superman.
Would you recommend Bird Box? Really? No? Okay. Was there anything, like, what surprised you about it? What didn't you like? Like, if you wouldn't recommend it, is it just because it's, like, something you've seen before?
It's other similar stuff out.
Was it the hype that killed
just
it?
like Stranger Things.
I like a lot of shit that's hype. Like, I think Alex and I have talks about, you know, like, us in anime, and I'm like, I like the overhyped shit because I know what I'm getting. If it's hype, oh man, you gotta see this and this happens. Like, I know what I'm expecting. Where it's like not hype, I have no idea what I'm getting into. Am I gonna waste 2 hours of my life, or am I gonna know what's coming with the 2 hours?
I mean, there's a lot of good shit in anime that's not necessarily. I mean, yeah. I mean, the hype stuff. I wouldn't say hype. Like, hype anime. Hype is before it comes out. Like,
I think you can hype shit up after it comes out, though.
but if it's been out for years and people are still
bigging it up,
that means it probably has merit.
Bird Box isn't gonna stay around.
Bird Box. Bird Box will fade into obscurity.
As soon as I heard that they don't show you what the things look like, I was like, whatever.
But I like what Netflix is doing is having A-list actors in a Netflix movie, and they're releasing it on Netflix. Like, like that idea.
That must have been most of the budget too, which is funny.
No advertising, nothing. It's just, here's a movie with A-list actors. We did this. It's today. Watch it.
And I heard the best part about it was like the flashback stuff.
That was most of the movie.
The whole movie.
After like that, like the end part was just like, yeah, whatever. Everyone.
You could guess where they're going.
Yeah.
Like, that's obvious. It's like, in a world where you have to be blind, who can help you the best? Well, the people who have been doing it their whole lives. Like, done.
Why don't they just wear them like 80s glasses with like the
shutter shades?
No. See, I want you to watch it, so I don't want to go too in depth on it, because you might enjoy it.
I know they got like people that help them, like
it's entertaining.
Yeah, like bad people.
It's entertaining, nothing amazing.
Is it just like the book
Worth
where
the
like
watch.
people who are already insane aren't affected by it?
There's theories about it.
Yeah.
Well, the book, that's how the book has it.
The theories about it, because I don't think they get into it in the book or whatever. It's people that are already suicidal.
Oh, in the book, it's like if you're mentally insane, you don't get affected by it.
It's just mental insanity.
Well, it doesn't it doesn't take physical form, so it can't manifest itself. And
I don't know.
Because the theory is that
the movie might be different.
Yeah, well, the theory for the movie, from what I've been seeing online, is that people who, like, mentally ill who want to kill themselves, they become fulfilled when the shit happens to them or whatever. Mm-hmm. So they're not affected by it because they've become, like...
So what's your thoughts on that?
I guess
are they showing you something like that's so bad that it makes you kill yourself, or are they showing you something like...
There's only theories on that.
Yeah.
It's showing you, like, there's theories, it's your worst fears, your darkest moments.
I think it's showing...
There's theories that it's showing you, like, something that's so, like...
Your loved ones.
Something so beautiful that you just, like...
All right, but we're getting kind of close, gents.
Yeah, any closing statements?
Put your theories in the comments. I'd love to hear that shit. That's one of my favorite parts about movies come out, the fan theories and all that shit. Put it in the comments.
Roddy's been down the Marvel rabbit hole before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that's great. It's almost like greater than the added features, but...
I've already heard some new theories on that shit.
I wouldn't suggest Bandersnatch, really.
Yeah,
Bird Box is worth a watch, but Bandersnatch, I wouldn't bother.
I'll probably watch Bird Box eventually, but
Black Mirror though, next when another season comes out, watch that.
I haven't even watched the stuff that's already out for Black Mirror.
Didn't we watch
Have
one
you seen
episode?
Black Mirror?
I watched like 2 or 3
It
episodes.
is. It's the Twilight Zone, except for it's all technology.
Oh shit! I'm about to watch.
Pretty
it.
much.
It's really fucking good.
From what I saw,
love
that's what
the
it seems
Twilight
like.
Zone.
Yeah.
That's
It's all English or whatever, but then like second season they got like American actors that you know to like John Hamm, Bryce Dallas Howard
Yep.
because
They
it
also
became
have
so big.
Black Panther in it, right?
That's T'Challa in
The
there.
girl,
he's English.
The girl from Black Panther.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in it, and
Yeah.
also other guys in it.
Ooh.
T'Challa's best friend, the Get Out guy.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
M'Baku?
Kaluuya, he's British though.
Yeah, he's in it. He's in season one of
one?
Black Mirror.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
he's in one of the best fucking episodes. That's how the dude got his job in Get Out. I bet because his acting in that episode, it fucking nuts. You'll love it.
God damn.
You'll fucking
I'm about
love
to do it
Black
because
Mirror.
I fuck with Twilight.
They're all like hour-long episodes. Mm-hmm. It's fucking great. Just watch
Are
it.
they
I would watch it all
so
again.
Twilight
They're kinda
Zone,
separated
each
stories,
episode was,
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
it is
episodic stories,
fucking
but
sweet.
they're all tied in
Okay.
into the same universe. Even
Yeah.
Bandersnatch is tied into the
I
universe.
figured.
It's great.
All right.
Anything else?
I think we're good.
All right, everybody, like and subscribe. Then create another YouTube account, like and subscribe, and then do that again and like and subscribe. And we'll catch you next time.
Later.